It's often said by Zionists, even non-Jewish Zionists, that without Israel, there's no safety for Jews. Am I right in suggesting that your thinking is the opposite, that Israel has made the Jewish diaspora a lot less safe?
Yes, that is my view, and that is the reality if you look around you. Israel today is the least safe place for Jews in the world. And since the beginning of the war in Gaza 8 months ago, 300,000 Israelis have been displaced, some internally, but many of them have left the country because it's unsafe. And it's unsafe on two fronts. In the south, because of the war in Gaza, but also in the north, because the border war between Israel and Hezbollah. So there's no question that Jews in Israel today are less safe than anywhere else in the world. But it's much, much worse than that. It's much worse than that because Israel generates antisemitism. Israel is responsible for the upsurge of hostility towards Jews everywhere in the world. And we see it very acutely in Britain today. The Community Security Trust, which is a Jewish organization, collects data, and its data shows that every time Israel has launched a military offensive in Gaza, there's been an upsurge of anti-Semitic incidents in this country. So there is a direct correlation between Israel's actions against the Palestinians and rising hostility towards the Jews in this country and elsewhere. And it's undeniable that there is anti-Semitism in this country. It's a serious problem, and it's a growing problem. But what causes this? We have to ask ourselves, what is the reason for the increase of anti-Semitic incidents in this country? And the answer is that Israel is responsible for the upsurge of anti-Semitism. And British Jews are in a dilemma because Israel is a central component of their identity. So they identify with Israel, and they find it difficult to acknowledge that Israel is responsible for the hostile, increasingly hostile climate that they face in this country.